Hi, this is Sheila with Conscious Conversation Central, and today is Tuesday, April the 17th, 2018, and I'm with my friends, BZ Rieger and Lisa Flamino Rush. Hi, guys.
Hi.
I'm so grateful to be here, let me just say, because I've been fighting with my computer for the last 2 days. But let me just say, if you do your Windows update and it gives you a problem, just keep at it. It'll finally let you go. I hope this is done finally, because I had 2 recordings earlier today I didn't get to do. So my thanks to those whom I had to reschedule, and so, but thank you ladies for coming this evening. And I'm kind of excited about this because I've really been on this kick about talking about focus and attention, and in particular, paying attention to what we want to see going forward. And BZ, you kind of brought up some different angles that we could talk about that. And I'd love it if you'd start us out with that, with one of those angles that you feel is very important.
Yeah, there, we were talking about where it's kind of life's a buffet because you're a creator being and you can create all sorts of things. But if we divide those into big wedges of sections and give our focus and attention to each one of them specifically, I think it's going to be more helpful.
Favor them.
Yeah.
Individually.
Yeah.
I love it.
You want me to just kind of ramble through them quickly again, and we'll choose one, or one?
Yeah, let's do that. Just kind of pull them out, and we could each just kind of feel about them and see.
Okay.
If you don't mind. Yeah.
Okay. Well, one of them I was talking about, I mentioned I've been taking a lot of showers lately, so they've been very long because a lot of stuff's going on aside from the shampoo and stuff. And one of them was coming through that the whole feeling that, people look at the event and they're excited about that and they're thinking about that. It's a big, and everybody's understanding is different. It's someone's out there, someone's in here, someone's being done to us, some we created. And, but when I was just kind of reflecting on that in one of these shares a couple of days ago, one thing that kept coming for me is the thought that it's the commencement. It's not the end of something. It's not the finish. It's not the grand finale. It's not the the crescendo of energy. It was the commencement. So it's really the commencement of us in a more cognizing physical embodiment. You might look at it kind of in a linear way, but it's not. Of that, it's commencing of your standing fully in creator beingness, knowingly, like you kind of would look in your regular 3D life, so to speak, or a debut of that. So kind of as that comes, that's when you debut. And the reason that was important in this, focus and attention and creating is that as that particular commencement debut is occurring, it'll be a jump in your consciousness and the creations coming from that, but it will also be a jump in what you have in your pool to play with right then and there. So use a gas tank, whatever. If your gas tank doesn't have, clean, expansive, high octane, forward thinking thoughts, focus and attention of what you want to create, instead of it's got a lot of sludge and whatever, so you're going to commence with that.
Right.
So that would be one of them. Another one is that as we go through our day right now, we're kind of thinking that a lot of stuff, we've talked about this before, a lot of stuff is out there, happening out there, we're waiting for it, or, gee, I wish it would happen, or I can't wait to is another thing. And so realize that that's an energy stream that I can't wait to. So you're in a we use a river metaphor a lot. So you're in an eddy that's a I can't wait to, and you just I can't wait to, I can't wait to, and you're not going down the river. You're just in the I can't wait to eddy. And so and I can't wait to do, and you go around. So I kind of noticed that, and how do you
resemble that remark?
Me too. Recently, even.
That's why I said
I believe those words have issued from more than one person's mouth.
Is that one wasn't in the off-camera? That was a new pie square. I added.
No, that was not part of the deal, but yes, okay. No.
I just added that because I could hear it really loud.
Yeah.
So there's some others. I can mention them. Do you want to remember what we talked about? Anything you want to start? I mean, we can just jump right in wherever. So they all go together, but it's important for the focus and attention to, even if we just have a short conversation, stop it and close it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, let's just go right straight for the juggler. Let's go for the I can't wait to. I mean, why put it off to the last? Because because I've been doing a lot of envisioning and almost like creating that specific playground in my mind. But moving through this at the same time, not always simultaneously. I've only done that a little bit starting today, I found. I've still been very compartmentalized, so there's still a lot of, oh, I can't wait. For me, I know that that's true. I have noticed that I have been able to do more than one thing at once, but there is still that I can't wait to. So I don't know, talk about that, because that is something that I do still do a lot.
Yeah, I've been catching myself at that too. I can't wait because I've come up with some pretty glorious things I'm creating. And I keep thinking, oh, I can't wait until I can, X or Y. And I'm kind of realizing, yeah. So what I'm doing though, which is really sad. I mean, this is yes.
Sorry.
Well, you get dizzy after a while, and then it's not as fun as it was when you first started. So I decided, really, I was missing out on the delicious right now moments. Savoring the excitement or the anticipation of, first of all, I know that what I'm creating is on its way to me because I'm on my way to it, and it's magnetic and it's happening. So I know this. It takes me out of the eddy a little bit. I'm slowing down. I'm starting to move forward now because now actually I'm embracing this moment, this delicious, most glorious moment of creation. Conception is fun too. Enjoy all of it.
Yeah. Well, and you're absolutely right. Just that little piece right there does, start to get you out of the swirl. You want to get completely out and flowing, because otherwise you just start it out and then you go, and
Right.
I want to tease something out here just a little bit, because you said something very profound, provocative, and yet profound. And I want to tease it out there a little bit because I think it's very profound, and it had an effect on me. Conception can be fun too. And so the imagination is where this conception has been taking place for me, and it is fun. And so, I don't know, maybe this is a different conversation, but I've been dealing with a lot of guilt behind how much fun I'm having in my imagination. And so there's that, you know, I'm trying to, well, no, I'm not trying to. I have put that down because it hasn't stopped me. Let's put it that way. It's momentary, but, you know, it is there sometimes. Because, you know, there's that feeling of, well, you're not doing anything. What are you doing? Because I get lost, you know. Now I understand where I've been, when I catch myself looking out the window now, I know what I'm doing. I wasn't fully cognizing some of that before, but now I'm full on consciously.
Creating worlds.
Yes, consciously.
And enjoying it.
Well, yes, I am enjoying it. That's why I say just the guilt is momentary. Believe me, it's very fleeting. It leaves.
Well, let's make that one another wedge, because actually what that is a very helpful tool. That's what you're talking about, or the way that I would frame it is you're dancing with kind of the commitments or the things that you know are more in the day-to-day throughout your day that you've done it, and also playing with the imagination. And so if you build those muscles and you do them at the same time, you get much more flow and ease in the things you have to do, right? And it also helps you sort out how to shift some of those out, let some of them go, and give you more time to play the imagination. Because anytime you put guilt on it, which is very linear, right, it just slows everything down. So you don't get anything of the have to do's really done, and you don't get the quality of the imagination. So, yeah. So right. I wrote that one down. So,
well, like I said, it's been very momentary. So I feel fortunate for myself on that one, that I'm not beating myself up over the head with that silliness. But yeah, so I can see that just in those momentary things where I have been able to do those things simultaneously speaks to our multidimensionality, but also the focus and attention thing that feels huge for me in this too. But so that can't wait energy is just that swirlingness. And
well, can you both take yourself to that place where you say that? And is there any, can you kind of describe or at least feel into what you're feeling when you can't wait to?
Mine is excitement. I don't know about you. Most of the time when I'm saying I can't wait, it's when you and I are talking and making plans of what we're gonna do. And it's gonna be so great. You know, I mean that kind of stuff.
Yes, and we are feeling that way, but it also is a stall.
Yes.
It's a stalling in the engine while we're doing there. It is definitely a swirl, because it's taking us out of the flow toward being and doing it now versus waiting for when we can. And so I told you that's why it's a shift in perception for me, is to take my perception out of waiting and into owning that I am the creator, creating my moment and deliciously savoring all aspects of it.
Right, because when we're in that eddy of the I can't wait, we actually end up missing a lot of cues, nudges, thoughts, whatever you want to call them, to go do something next. So that may be sitting completely still, doing something next. It may be looking at something. It may be a notice, because we can't wait. And since that is a waiting, I mean, I know it's excitement, right? But it's still a holding pattern.
I see what you mean.
You make that sharp turn.
And you're not in the flow anymore. You're over here playing the waiting game.
Not just, okay, hold up. Not just playing, I just got this. Not just playing a waiting game, but by but by putting an attachment on something you can't wait to, you might be potentially blocking
Oh,
the
absolutely.
thing that would.
No, you are.
Okay.
Not potentially, no.
Because
Absolutely.
remember, you're a creator being creating waiting.
Because you're giving voice to it. So, right? So think of the ingredients that you're, that's why I asked you. You're excited. Great. So you're excited and you're expansive and you're revving. I can't wait to. Well, you're doing it. You're just, because you're excited and you're expansive and you had the moment beforehand, right? So you're flowing, you're playing, you're expanding, you're putting
Okay.
things
Well,
in.
sometimes it's okay to I can't wait a little bit.
Right.
I reminded Sheila, I think BZ said we could set a timer.
Yeah.
Just for a few minutes.
Well, it's something that switches it, so that when you go for the thought, I can't wait, and you get excited, right? Or someone says, I know. So say, okay, in this moment, and however you would do that, because I'm really.
I got it. In this moment, I am excited to think about what is on its way to me.
Right. And but what I was getting is that you're asking your guidance, right? So, what would be helpful for me to notice, to go out and do, to whatever it is? Because oftentimes there's steps, but we get so juiced on we are so very good at creating. And if people can look at that information and goes, yeah, they're noticing it more, and now they're looking around and their life sucks, and what are you talking about? Well, but that's all the same thing. It's just because we may not like it, it got there because out there happens afterwards, right? And so we were fussing on something and things fell apart. So if we can just come up with ways that you shift. I mean, what I found, and it took me a long time to row that hoe, but I found that as soon as I have the thought before I even say it, I then say, great, and it's almost like I'm looking around, like, there's a road or a new path to take, or someone's hailing me down, or maybe the phone's ringing, whatever it is, to notice, because invariably something catches my eye that I can then add to it, to whatever it was that I was creating and building. And some are actual, concrete, we'll say, in the quantum way steps, and some are more, just noodling it around. Some are pieces to think about, going to research, to play with. So there's lots of different ways. Some are but we miss those if, we put that energy, and it's great energy of the excitement. So the excitement's terrific. And the pulling those pieces out is terrific. As soon as we go, it says the I can't wait to, and then.
Right, I gotcha.
And we miss that because that's a bigger volume level. And so we miss the pieces that are right there wanting.
That get you to where you want to go.
Wow.
And we steer the ship. So if we're on something and things are flowing, you're talking about it, and then, it's like you're hitting the gas in this souped up creator Maserati, right? And you're thinking all these things are coming, and getting specific things, concrete things, more expansive things. So on all levels, all frequency levels of that, and you get juices. So now you're flooring the gas. You go, I can't wait, right? And I mean, it literally is your energy, because as far as info coming in at that moment, you put all of that input on hold, because this is where the highest flow or maximum velocity torque is, in the waiting.
I see. Yeah, okay, I got it. Wow.
And sometimes you may notice, you're especially if you're with somebody else and you're thinking about it, talking about it, and it's exciting, and then you have the gut, can't wait, and then there's almost like like you ate too much candy, or it's a stalled out kind of a thing, you know, because you floored, or you got a, what is it, when you flood the engine so that it won't quite kind of start again. So it's
right.
Those aren't really good metaphors, but it's along that same.
They are.
Are they?
Yeah. Little hangover-ish, yeah.
Right. Yeah. And that's why, which of course then even just kind of pulls the energy there, and
yeah,
and some other kind of linear, you know, junk comes in, and yeah, okay. So that's why it's really helpful to
not do that.
Okay, so there'll be no more of that. So now, what was the next one that we were talking about? Let's go to another one. I picked one.
Okay. Do you want to stop this? I don't know how many.
Yeah, we can do that. You want to do them separately?
Yeah,
we can do that. All right. Well, we'll have both these ladies' blogs in the body of the video as usual, along with my information, both email and how to join the Facebook group. I haven't said this in a while, but I would love it if you guys would subscribe, share, and like the video if you feel so led. So thanks. Till next time.